everyone, my name is Kowaii Castellon and this is my final project for calculus. Welcome to Kowaii Cafe, with a slight play on words for my name, but kawaii does mean scary in Japanese. It's going to be a cafe inspired by early 2000s goth Lolita aesthetic, so plush seating, dark lighting, that type of thing. This is the logo I created. I also made a mascot. Our slogan is going to be scary cute, seriously cozy, and for an advertisement, I'd figure I'd go simple with a BOGO deal, which is a buy one get one 50% off during opening week. So what does my cafe stand for? I focused on goal number 3, good health and well-being, and we're going to be focusing on mental and physical health. The challenge we're facing is rising rates of loneliness, anxiety, and depression amongst young adults. My solution is creating a welcoming environment with treats that are not only delicious but also good for physical and mental health. I included a sample menu. The Blood Moon Elixir is really good for gut health and also full of antioxidants. The Obsidian Bloom has matcha and collagen, which is going to be really good for skin health and energy. And the Shadow Bites also have antioxidants with the black sesame paste and dark chocolate. So now let's talk about how calculus fits in. For my project, I'm going to be focusing on derivatives and extrema. I chose this because I really want to optimize my business decisions in this hypothetical, specifically how we're going to maximize revenue. Some other applications include tracking trends in sales and calculating total profit over time. So here's my sample problem. Kowaii Cafe is a new business specializing in natural health conscious drinks. Management wants to find the best price to charge for one of their popular drinks to maximize weekly revenue. This table from a recent market survey shows how many drinks they expect to sell each week at different prices. I split this into 5 parts. Part A, using a software, we're going to find that regression equation. Part B, we want to write the function for weekly revenue. Part C, find the price that will actually maximize weekly revenue. Part D, use that to calculate the maximum weekly revenue. And lastly, summarize that all up and how it's going to actually benefit the business. So this is how I worked through part A. This was definitely the easiest part. I used Excel as my software. All I had to do was include all the info from the table. I selected all that info and then I just created a scatter plot. And then all I had to do was add the trend line. Since it's a polynomial, put order 2 and then display that equation. The equation ended up being y equals negative 0.8929x to the second power minus 35.179x plus 600. So then for part B, remembering revenue equals price times quantity sold, I substituted the demand equation for y into my revenue formula. Then all I had to do was solve. I ended up getting that revenue equals negative 0.829p to the third power minus 35.179p to the second plus 600p. Moving on to part C. To find the price that maximized weekly revenue, I started by taking the derivative of the entire revenue function. I did this by getting the derivative of each separate part and then putting it all back together, then setting that derivative to 0 to find your critical points. After that, I used the quadratic formula to solve for p. Doing that, I got a negative and a positive answer. You just want to get rid of the negative answer since price can never be negative. We found that the price that actually maximized that weekly revenue was $6.78. So then all that's left to do is actually calculate the maximum weekly revenue. This part was definitely another one of the easiest. All I had to do was plug in that price that we just got in part C into the original function. I included my actual math step by step, and then the rough answer that we got is the maximum revenue at that price. So to answer part E, charging $6.78 results in about $2,172.90 a week, which is our maximum weekly revenue. So it'd be best to price our items around there so that we could balance affordability with profitability. So now to summarize everything. This project showed me how calculus can be used to make smarter business decisions that are going to help the business run smoothly long term. Not only that, but showed that even a business like a cafe, which seems so simple, can actually have a major impact beyond just profit. Starting with social impact. Kowaii Cafe promotes mental wellness by creating a comforting space and using ingredients that support mental health and well-being. When it comes to our environmental impact, we focus on using local and ethical natural ingredients and reducing waste with eco-friendly packaging. And again, economically, calculus helped find the best price to maximize revenue to keep the business running. So that's all. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope you have a great rest of time. Bye bye.